excited. What? Penguin?
Working hard?
Yeah. Just burning the candles at both ends, you know. Working my fingers to the bone. Trying to keep the place from caving in. I don't know what this place would do without me, Cindy.
God forbid we ever find out. What a catastrophe. Hey, you haven't forgotten about our date tomorrow, have you?
Date? Oh, yeah, that's right. You, me, tomorrow, dinner, casual sex.
Don't get your hopes up. Pick me up tomorrow at 7?
You got it.
Good. Oh, Dave, don't forget. I won't be here tomorrow to remind you, okay?
Yes! Yes! Oh, man. Can I help you?
The real question is, can I help you?
Right. Well, look. I'm gonna tell you like I tell the Jehovah's, man. I'm happy with the God I got. So, no, please. Come right in. Help yourself.
From the dawn of time, the penguin race has controlled the world's resources and guided history throughout the ages. Descended from the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex, we penguins have had eons to evolve into the...
Excuse me. Did you say penguins evolved from the T-Rex?
Yes, I did. Looking at the colossal visage of the mighty creature, it is clearly evident that an advanced species such as ourselves descended from it.
But the fossil records show that...
We have altered the fossil record in order to appear meek and unassuming, so that we may more easily control the world's events.
Right.
Since before written history, penguin kind has used our advanced intellect to guide technological creation and further the cause of our species. We had learned, long ago, that by altering the genetic codes of certain species, we could guide their evolution and use them to do our bidding. The first such experiments began nearly 50,000 years ago, in the Penguinolithic era, when our great penguin forefathers began to experiment with a form of salamander. The altered salamanders were a crude species, unable to perform more complicated tasks, such as computer programming or brewing coffee. With the uprising quelled and the last of the salamander warlords annihilated, the penguins then decided to alter a crude and savage ape-like species that ate things off the ground and threw feces at opponents. These were, of course, the ancient humans, who... So that is how we have been able to control the outcome of every war the world has ever seen. And that, to a lesser extent, is also why Rob Schneider movies suck.
Wow. Some story. Especially the part about George Washington being a robot.
Cyborg.
Cyborg. Right. Well, thanks for stopping by. I think I'm gonna run me a pizza and go to bed.
Pizza sounds great. I'd like anchovies, olives, and no pepperoni. And that also reminds me of a long, interesting, and long story.
Wonderful.
It begins the year 740 BC, when my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Penguinus IV, stumbled onto the chemical process for turning frozen seawater into a renewable resource, realizing the And that is who actually killed JFK. killer whales.
Look, I'm about to go to bed. Lock the door behind you. Okay.
Now the true story of who killed Jimmy Hoffa is a different story entirely. This tale begins 2,000 years ago when...
Ah!
Such a primitive invention, the alarm clock. We penguins have an advanced form of internal body clock that prevents us from needing such a useless appliance.
Great. You're still here?
Using hydroelectric fusion, and so you see that it was penguins who were responsible for first combining milk and cereal together and providing the modern man with early morning nourishment. And so now, you undoubtedly realize that the proper penguin way for brushing your teeth is counterclockwise.
You don't even have any teeth.
All that was when the Great Orca Wars in the 16th
we can fax it
century
to
were
you right
at
away,
their
Mr.
zenith.
Dickman.
The casualties on both sides were
Sorry.
numerous, but the number of penguin foot soldiers who were killed was heavily impacting ionized salt production in the Middle East.
Excuse me, one moment, please. Could you keep it down, please? I'm on the phone.
The phone? My great-great-great-grandfather Jeremiah Pingwas II invented the phone. The patent for human production was given to Alexander Graham Bell years later. Of course, it was a much cruder model because the technology was intentionally limited so that your slow human minds could understand.
Brickman,
The original penguin phone had a virtual reality headset that,
You too.
when worn, would render a holographic projection of the caller.
Could you keep it down?
Good morning, Dave. How are things?
They're pretty good. How you doing, Mr. McDonald? Okay?
Good. Good. Look, Dave, seem to have had a number of complaints about the noise level coming from your desk. Is there a problem that I should know about?
I'm sorry about that. I can't seem to get
Complaints about the noise level? Ha! It appears that your pathetic human hearing is too sensitive to handle penguinic decibel levels. Not surprising, considering how primitive your chimp-like species is.
Dave, why don't you and your friend here take the rest of the day off? Why don't you come back on Monday when you're ready to work more cooperatively? Good day, gentlemen.